And we welcome you into Dodgers Daily for Friday, August 19, 2022. I'm Casey Porter of Dodger Poke Report. I'm so glad that you've decided to tune in. There was a lot of exciting action last night down on the farm, not for Oklahoma City. They got postponed in Sugar Land. They will make that game up today with two 7-inning doubleheaders with the Sugar Land Space Cowboys, the AAA affiliates of the Houston Astros. Tulsa got a big start from Nick Nastrini. They got a home run from Aldry Acosta, and they had a bounce-back win last night. Damon Keith had a huge game for the Great Lakes Loons, and so did Dalton Rushing down in Rancho Cucamonga. So there was a lot of great action last night in the Dodgers minor league system, so it's time to go down on the farm. As I said earlier in the open, Oklahoma City got postponed last night, so they will have a doubleheader today with Sugar Land starting at 5:05 Central. They'll have two 7-inning games in their doubleheader. For Tulsa, Nick Nastrini made quite a splash. The Drillers got a great start from him in his Double-A debut, and they also pounded out 10 hits and 7 runs and beat the Wichita Wind Surge, the Double-A affiliates of the Minnesota Twins, 7-3 Thursday night at Riverfront Stadium in downtown Wichita, Kansas. Nastrini made quite a splash, as I said a minute ago, in his first outing with Tulsa. He went 6.2 innings. He struck out 8. He walked just 2, and he gave up just 1 hit and 1 run. His ERA, Nastrini's is, in his 2 outings this month, is just 2.25. His average against is just 146, and his whip is just 0.83 in August. So Nick Nastrini, the young man out of UCLA, is having a big year. Andy Pajes hit home run number 22, and it was a bomb, as you can see on this screen. I have been to Riverfront Stadium. I have stood on that concourse, and that is a long ways away. You know, actually the entrance is right there in the left field area. You park just across the street to the west, and you come in through the left field entrance. So I've been on that concourse many times, and I can tell you where Andy Pajes hit this ball is a long ways. So Andy Pajes, home run number 22. He has a world of power. His slugging percentage is .604 this month in August, and his OPS is .969. So like I've said many times, he's starting to heat up. Ismael Alcantara has home runs in back-to-back games and has 3 total home runs since joining Tulsa. Alcantara is hitting .292 with a slugging percentage of .750 since his promotion to Double-A, and his home run last night was hit 103 miles an hour off the bat. It traveled 416 very happy feet, and I have talked to other players in the organization who have played with him, and they have said to a man that he is the real deal. Good speed, good power. Ismael Alcantara is a good player. Left-hander in the system, Jose Hernandez threw 1.1 scoreless innings for the Drillers last night. He struck out 3 of the 4 outs that he recorded. He has an ERA this month of August of just 1.29 in 7 outings. He has an average against of just 0.87, and his whip is 0.86 so far this month in August. So he has been pitching very, very well. Shouldn't be a surprise. He hit 99 miles an hour earlier. Now, he wasn't near that last night as far as his velocity, but he has hit 99 earlier this year, and when he got his promotion to Double-A, he was the Midwest League leader in saves with 8 with Great Lakes. So actually, I think he had 10 saves whenever he came up to Tulsa. So Jose Hernandez is used to pitching in high-leverage situations and being very successful. Abiatal Avelino hit home run number 5 of the year, and he also has home runs in back-to-back games as well. It was hit 103 off the bat. It traveled 416 very happy feet. So Abiatal Avelino is starting to get really hot for the Drillers, and they need it. You know, they are a mash unit right now. So guys like Avelino, they really need to step up, and he is doing so. Damon Keith had an absolutely huge night last night, and the Loons clubbed 15 hits and rode a huge night, as I said, from Keith to beat the Lansing Lugnuts, the high A affiliates of the A's, 12-3 in the Michigan State capital of Lansing. Keith had 2 home runs, a triple, 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and 11 total bases, all in this one game. It was an amazing game for Damon Keith, who was recently promoted up to High A Great Lakes. He is certainly one of the best young hitters in the organization out of Cal Baptist. Eddie's Leonard had 2 hits and 3 RBIs for the Loons, and now has 3 multi-hit games this month, and has hits in all but 3 games as well in August. So the infielder for the Dodgers in the Dodgers system. Eddie's Leonard, so talented, and he is having a great month of August. Jorbit Vivas, another one of those explosive young international players in the Dodgers system, had 2 hits last night, an RBI, and scored a run in the Loons' big win over the Lugnuts, as you're seeing. Last night was his 7th multi-hit game of the month in August, so Jorbit Vivas has been playing great offense. Austin Gauthier, the young man out of Hofstra, had 2 hits and was on base 3 times. He has an on-base percentage, Gauthier does, of .459, an average of .283, and an OPS of .884. I love watching this young man use the biggest part of the field, go the other way like he did right there on that breaking ball. Use the middle of the field. I love watching this young man, Austin Gauthier, hit. The lightning bolt, Aldrich DeYoung, struck last night again. He had 2 hits, including his 8th home run that you're seeing in the Loons win. He also scored 3 runs, had 5 total bases. I got to see him last year in Oklahoma City, just about this time of the year, where he got brought up from Rancho Cucamonga, and I can tell you, he is an exciting young player to watch in person. He brings a lot of energy. I call him the lightning bolt because he's like watching a bolt of lightning when he plays. He's just extremely fun to watch. Dalton Rushing, Taylor Young, and Kyle Fromke all had big nights for the Quakes, but it was not enough. Rancho lost 11-6 to the Modesto Nuts at Lone Mart Field in front of 1,519 fans. The Modesto Nuts are the single-A affiliates of the Mariners. Here is Kyle Fromke. He extended his hit streak to 5 games. He has hits in 7 of his last 8, and he is hitting .360 in his 7 games in August with an OPS of .967. He has made quite a splash since joining the team in Rancho. Dalton Rushing, what can you say about this young man? He had 4 hits and 2 home runs just last night for the Quakes. He is hitting .452, OPS .1460 since joining Rancho on August 4th. Last night was his 5th multi-hit game, and he has hits in 6 games in a row and 9 of his last 11. I think he's probably a little bit overqualified for single-A Rancho Cucamonga, but when you have the number 1 prospect in Diego Cartaya in the level just above you at high A Great Lakes, you're kind of blocked at that point, so I think that Rushing's going to have to deal with being in Rancho for a little bit longer, continue to dominate pitching, and that's certainly something that he has done so far. Taylor Young, the young infielder out of Louisiana Tech, I tell you what, he had a big game last night. I could watch him play every day and twice on Sundays. He is just simply my kind of player, just tough, just hard-nosed, he just always figures out how to beat the opponent, and he just has a world of talent, and he is a great hard-nosed player and one that I have really come to absolutely enjoy. I got to see him some, not a whole lot, while he was at Louisiana Tech. I know the people back there in Ruston, they just love him to death. So Taylor Young quickly becoming one of my favorites in the Dodgers system. Had a big night last night for Rancho. He went 2 for 3. He got on base 3 different times. That is his 2nd multi-hit game in a row and 4th out of his last 6. A stretch where he is hitting .363 with 5 RBIs, 7 runs scored, and 8 total bases during his last 6 games. So Taylor Young, the young infielder out of Louisiana Tech, had a big game. I'm glad that you tuned in to another edition of Dodgers Daily for Friday, August 19th, and I hope that you tune in tomorrow as well. I hope that you also visit DodgerPokeReport.com or visit Dodger Poke on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok, or become a subscriber to our podcast of Dodgers Daily. Hey, if you like this video, then go ahead and click like or leave a comment. Let us know what you think so we can keep providing you content like this in the future. As always, go Dodgers, and thanks for tuning in.